An interesting article by Uma Sashikanth here, and the headline says, homing in on NRI property trap. So what Uma Sashikanth is saying is, NRIs generally get attracted to buying houses and property in India, but it actually could be a trap. Why? So why is it a bad idea, she asks. First of all, many NRIs buy a house in India with the intention of returning to live there someday. By the time they actually do return, it could be many years in between. And by then obsolescence has set up. It's become an old building, it has an old design, it has old fixtures, it has old amenities. And the entire point of buying a property to come back and live in goes for a toss, because by then they would probably sell it off and want to buy a new apartment or a new property which is in tune with their current lifestyle and the current trends. So, well, there was no point in buying the property. Second, they may have their families living in those apartments, and every now and then they would want to upgrade the house or the home as an obligation. Somebody better off wants to have their and ensure that their family back here is living well. And this is expensive, upgrading the house regularly, and eventually that becomes a cost which is not recoverable. If the house in the goes to somebody else, well, it's still not recoverable. So many find it awkward to stake a claim to the houses they have funded. It turns out to be an investment that yields no rent or return, but further commitments for upgradation and possible loss of ownership of the asset. Okay, so this is again another reason why Uma Sashikanth thinks it's a bad idea. Third, many of these properties are funded by foreign currency converted to rupees. And as we were just speaking, the Indian rupee continuously depreciates against other currencies, other large currencies. So this results in a further value problem, as the rupee has depreciated against the dollar over the years. So most of these investments, she says, happen mostly due to pressure from family and parents to invest in property back home as a safety net or a hook for possible return. But as years roll by, the NRIs seldom return, more so as the children grow older and begin to work and study abroad. And as their families in turn grow abroad, the chance for them coming back and using this apartment or the house here is very negligible. And hence it's a waste of money. And it's a pain for NRIs to manage properties from so far away. Many of them don't engage property management services because they think that there's a tiny part of their overall wealth